will be making forward-looking statements. In fact, I'm going to be doing some blatant promotion because, as Mel Brooks said, if you got it, flaunt it. And I think we got it. Very, very interesting. What's some new developments. This is where the property is in red here. Lots and lots of other companies working in Ecuador, as you're probably aware. I have to go fast because I only got 10 minutes here. The property is here in red. Down to the south here, you can see all these triangles. All these things are advanced projects and 2 operating mines. Fruta del Norte is one of them here. That was my last discovery back in 2006. Mirador is a copper-gold porphyry, copper-gold moly being mined by the Chinese. If you were to take our property and superimpose it on the south, we'd have a lot of joy, and in fact, that was the whole reason for the selection of the property, and we are finding basically an Aladdin's cave of metals and minerals here. It's very, very interesting. This is my last company, Aurelian Resources, which I started privately in 2001. We went from 30 cents to $43, made a lot of people a lot of money. I was the largest shareholder, and that basically bankrolled what I'm doing today. Just so you know, I own 37% of Aurania. I don't take a salary. I am completely aligned with the shareholders. The shareholders don't make money. I don't make money. So this is me back in the day when my beard was a lot darker, and I'm looking at 12 boxes of visible gold. The whole intent of doing Aurania is to basically do it all again. And this is me at the opening of the Fruta del Norte mine back in 2019, November. People told me back in 2001 that it was not possible to find anything that would be commercially viable in Ecuador. Certainly turned that completely on its head. This is now, that mine actually produced 475,000 ounces last year at a grade of about 12 grams per ton, one of the richest gold mines in the whole world. I wish I still had it, but I don't. I got to find another one. Anyway, so this is the property here. I'm not going to go into real detail on it, but cast your eyes up on the top left, Tadashem porphyry. This is the project that we're drilling right now. The drill is turning as we speak and as we sit here. And I'm very fond of Mark Twain. History never repeats itself, but it does often rhyme. And let's hope that we've done it again. You know, people say to me, they say, why is it taking so damn long to make a discovery for Aurania? Well, you know, Aurelian was founded in 2001. We had a property of 95,000 hectares. We made the discovery in 2006, so it took us about 5-6 years. Now we've got double the property. I think maybe we're on the cusp of a discovery here. It takes time, it takes money, but if you have the right real estate, the right people with good observational abilities, good geologists, and sufficient money, you're going to make a discovery. So this is the drill that's turning right now at Tadashem. Tadashem is this donut-shaped thing. This is the mag signature. It's probably got a zone of magnetite destruction in the center. This is kind of a classic porphyry copper shape. So we approached this thinking it would be a conventional porphyry copper type of target. Boy, were we surprised. You can see in the center of the photograph there a little structure. And, you know, basically this is like heart of darkness drilling. It's a very, very tough place to work. It's heavy jungle. You can see the helicopter landing platform that they constructed out of wood up above, and they're drilling under that tarpaulin to the bottom there. So you see it's kind of a steep cliff. It's about 55 degrees. This is hole number 1, which has been completed about 3 weeks ago. Now, this is kind of a curious story, and I'm going to go through this super fast. The geologist who was in charge of the drilling on hole 1 came out of the field just before the Christmas party. I was down there in the field for the Christmas party, obviously just before Christmas. And he comes to me and he says, you know, was standing around waiting for the core to come out of the ground, so I decided to do some prospecting, and I found this. Actually, it's a sample that looked very much like this. I said, where the hell did that come from? He said, well, it's probably tumbled down the cliff from above hole 1. I said, well, that looks damned interesting. It's a chalcedonic breccia, and this is the sort of thing. Got me very excited because back in 2006, we found a similar sort of thing, and it led to the discovery of Fruta del Norte. Here's another boulder of chalcedonic quartz. And this is me back in 2004 in the day, and you see these big red blobs here. These are porphyries that we drilled. Had we been drilling for copper porphyry back in 2004, and we weren't, we were drilling really for gold, but had we been drilling for copper porphyry, we would have found Fruta del Norte. The two things are very, very close together. One is feeding the other. This is from one of the papers, scientific papers on Fruta del Norte. And what I want you to key into in the legend on the left-hand side, it says chalcedonic cliffs. You see that, chalcedonic cliffs? Well, guess what? We got a chalcedonic cliff at Tadashem. It's a vertical cliff. You look at the rocks, we have fossils that looks like a seed pod. This thing was an epithermal that was at surface at one point. There's a breccia pipe next to it, very, very interesting. All this is going to go on our website, so I'm going to go through it. You can read it later. So we have geological evidence of an epithermal system. The porphyry below is probably the heat engine that drove the whole system. And there's evidence of a sinter over at least 1.4 kilometers. It's a damn big system. Fruta del Norte was 1.3 kilometers long. This is 1.4 kilometers from the silicious stuff. Now, this looks very much like the last presentation, doesn't it? Epithermal type of mineralization here. This is a hydrothermal breccia, and it's cemented by iron oxides. They were pyrite at one time. They're now all that brown boxwork limonite and goethite. This has not been assayed yet. It's actually, the core is almost still warm. It came out of the ground less than 2 days ago. Hasn't even come out of the jungle yet, but we have a dish at the camp. They beam photographs up to the cloud. It comes back to me, and thank you, Elon Musk, for putting the satellites up in the air. The yellow here is jarosite. We've got 50 meters of this kind of breccia. We don't know what it runs. Hopefully it does, but it's damned interesting. Lots and lots of breccia fragments in here. Coming attractions, well, this is going to come up in a couple of months' time. This is a Wacha, 30 kilometers away on the other side of the property. This is a conventional porphyry copper type of alteration right on the surface. It's called QSP, quartz sericite pyrite. Now, we found this in 2 places separated by 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers. We think we have a cluster of porphyries here. So, this is me just before Christmas. And actually, I went down, I was in Ecuador, and I said I was there for the Christmas party. It looks kind of hokey, but you know what? This is the best way to connect with the local people in the communities. These are all indigenous people. I went to 5 different communities. This is courtesy of my private foundation, which financed all of this. We gave out 1,000 T-shirts to the little kiddies for Christmas. And yet, you know, all the people from the villages come out, and I give a speech in my bad Spanish. And it's very, very well appreciated. So I am hoping that in January and February of this year, we have another Christmas present. Let's just hope so. I've got a longer presentation which will go on the web. So you can look at that. You can look at our website, which is www.aurania.com. This is a story that is developing in real time. And if I look excited, it's because I am excited. I'm the largest shareholder. I own 37% of the company. I put more than $20 million of my own money into this. Maybe I'm crazy, but you know what? I think we're going to find another whopper here, maybe times 2, copper and gold. Thank you very much.